Good morning, everyone. Today we're going to make some peanut brittle to fill a few orders that we received last night. So let me go over those details of those orders now. So we have going to Louisiana. We have a pound of the world's best peanut brittle. Going to California, we have a pound of coconut brittle, a pound of pecan brittle, and a jar of Texas spicy salsa. Going to Austin, Texas, we have a world's finest peanut brittle. And going to Florida, we have a world's finest peanut brittle. Okay, we know what we got to do. Let's get to work. Hi, thank you for joining me today. Today I'm going to be making some of our specialty brittles that we make for Heart of Refuge. Today I'm making pecan brittle, peanut brittle, and coconut peanut brittle. So I'll be going through the process of making those today. Right now on the stove I have some sugar, some light corn syrup. I've got a dash of salt and some water, which I have brought up to a boil. And once I've got that boiling thoroughly, I went ahead and introduced some butter into that. Once I get that butter melted in, I'm going to go ahead and add in our peanuts. Once we get our peanuts added in there, then we get that up to a hard crack stage, which you can find the hard crack stage temperature with using a candy thermometer. Or after lots and lots and lots of practice, you can do it visually. You can do it visually almost like second nature. So stay tuned, and we'll be back when it's time to pour this batch out. So one of the most critical points of making your brittle is to continuously stir the mixture. We don't want it to sit more than a few seconds at these high temperatures because it is super delicate at this point and sensitive to burning. Once this brittle becomes burnt, it's immediately noticeable from the smell, and you may as well throw it out and start over. So continuously stir your brittle mixture until you reach the proper temperature. And you'll watch as you're stirring the texture and the consistency of the mixture as it begins to change, and you'll start becoming more aware of the temperature that you're looking for. It is about to, we're about to hit it. Once we get that temperature that we're looking for, then we'll go ahead and introduce the vanilla or other flavorings that you might have, as well as our baking soda that's used to aerate your peanut brittle. And while our peanut brittles rival some of the best peanut brittles ever made in the world, we still get the occasional comment that it was less than perfect or they've had better, which is okay. But I firmly believe that those comments come from other brittle makers just being catty. That's just my opinion. Every other comment that we have, besides the very, very few like that, have been rave reviews about not only the consistency and texture of our brittle, but the bite ability of it, as well as the consistency of it. The flavor of it is bar none, probably the best in the world. So while I stir this, I'm going to tell you a little bit about Heart of Refuge. So we are located in Texas, in the Galveston County region. And what we do is we provide hot meals when we can to the homeless and to the elderly in our community. We provide food for the pantries of the elderly on fixed income. We support children in school by supplying school supplies, clothing, lunches, whatever we can monetarily do to ease this burden not only on the parents of these children in need, but ease the burden on the elderly and worry of not being able to have food. This is not something we can always do, but we strive to. Selling our peanut brittle allows us to be able to buy the things we need to accomplish this goal. Also, we have a Cash App. The Cash App name is Heart of Refuge, that you can donate to help this cause if you so choose to do that. We would love to have some donations come in to help ease the burden, but either way, we still make the greatest peanut brittle in the world, and that's how we raise money to do this. So I've already got 2 batches of peanut brittle made, poured. There's cooling now, and we'll be ready to break up here directly. So as I mentioned earlier, we are making 3 different brittles today. We're making peanut brittle, coconut peanut brittle, and pecan brittle. So right now, I am whipping up a batch of our coconut brittle. I wish you can smell this, guys. It's amazing. It really is beautiful. So I'm going to get this finished up, get it poured out, ready to crack, then we'll get started on the pecan brittle. This pecan brittle smells amazing. Now that we've got it up to temperature, I'm going to go ahead and introduce my vanilla. And I'm going to stir that in pretty thoroughly. I want to get it all mixed in there. Every piece of this is going to have the exact same flavor, and it's going to be beautiful. Really something special. Once that's stirred in, I'm going to introduce my baking soda, and I'm going to stir that in and get this nice and fluffy for you. Remember, don't stop stirring. Okay, we're ready to pour. So now we're at the fun part of the peanut brittle making. We're going to go ahead and pull out our batches, and we're going to break them up and get them ready for packaging. So what we do is we just take our brittles and we break them up just like this in nice bite-sized pieces. We want everyone to be able to pull the brittle out and not have to break it or break it apart while they try to eat it. We want it to be in nice bite-sized pieces. If you want an idea of what our texture looks like, there you go. That's what our texture of our brittle looks like. This will not break your teeth. This will not stick to your teeth. So now we're at the fun part of the peanut brittle making. We're going to go ahead and pull out our batches, and we're going to break them up and get them ready for packaging. So what we do is we just take our brittles and we break them up just like this in nice bite-sized pieces. We want everyone to be able to pull the brittle out and not have to break it or break it apart while they try to eat it. We want it to be in nice bite-sized pieces. If you want an idea of what our texture looks like, there you go. That's what our texture of our brittle looks like. This will not break your teeth. This will not stick to your teeth. Our brittle comes out the same every time. Loaded with peanuts, full of flavor, easy on your teeth. Perfect. Our brittle comes out the same every time. Loaded with peanuts, full of flavor, easy on your teeth. Perfect. So now that you've seen us break up our peanut brittle, that's what it looks like. Now you're going to get to watch us do our coconut brittle. The smell in this place is amazing. There's proof right there the coconut is also cooked inside, not just on the outside. And it's made to order, so it'll be super fresh when you get it. Every time. Which pretty much means we make brittle every day. And we ship all across the country weekly. And we've shipped outside of the country to the UK, India. We've shipped to Switzerland. We've shipped, oh my goodness, we've shipped all over. Rave reviews everywhere. So we'll be getting ready to go ahead and start packaging, but I've got to label my bags first. So once I label the bags, I'll come back and show you guys how we package. So I wasn't really going to show this process, but here's the labels. I make and print these labels myself, mainly because I haven't found a really good economical way of getting this done other than doing it myself. So now I'm going to show you how we label our packaging. These are the labels we print here in-house, mainly because I haven't found a economical way of getting labels made. So every package is labeled here in-house by us. And that's how it'll come to you. Because this is a non-profit organization and all money used for packaging, labels, and all of those things are not unlimited. We have to be frugal, I guess is the right word, when it comes to spending money. So in packaging, I know my label and my bag weigh a ½ ounce. So when I package my brittle to be shipped out, I always put above a pound on the scale because I sell it by the pound and I don't want to cheat anyone. So I come in here with an oxygen absorber. So that right there is a pound of peanut brittle. And this is what we look for when we weigh it. I don't know if you can see that very well. That's 1 pound, 0.06 ounces. They won't all be 1.06. They'll be very close. And that's how we go through the processing. Now that that bag has been closed, once I get them all packaged, I'll come in and seal them with a thermal sealer. And then we'll box them up and ship them out. So now we're getting ready to break up our pecan brittle now that it's cooled down enough. You want to know what pecan brittle looks like coming from Heart of Refuge and why we do make the best peanut brittles, pecan brittles, and other specialty brittles in the world? That's what a pecan brittle looks like. Not like what you get anywhere else. We really put ingredients in our brittle. I mean, look at that bite. Look at that bite. Look at that. Perfect in every way. Now let me ask you a question. Do you think something that breaks this easily is going to hurt your teeth? Not a chance. It won't stick to your teeth either. Not a chance. So that's some of the brittle making that we do. There's another little nugget. You got to witness us make it. You got to watch us break it. You got to watch me package it. And now it's all over except to ship it out. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe to my channel. It really helps me out. Also, it helps gets the message out for Heart of Refuge. We really appreciate you tuning in. And we'll see you on the next one. Thanks. So as I get to clean up now after I made a mess, I want to take a moment to tell everyone today is a great day to make a difference in someone's life and the lives of others. If you find it in your heart to do so, please don't wait till tomorrow. Do it today. Make a difference every chance you get. The impact you make is immeasurable. Have a great day. We'll see y'all next time.